and a griffin never knows when to stop. Clear. Clear.
Oh, you saved my life, Doctor.
Clear.
Hey Gus, you got a review to do.
I'll do it later. I'm watching Family Guy. It's one where Peter does that stupid thing.
But you're 4 months behind on your reviews. People want a new one.
And they can wait another 22 minutes. Besides, how can I say no to Family Guy?
If you want more Family Guy, then review that game next to you.
Game? Well, who put this here? Family Guy video game, eh? Well, I do like Family Guy. I do like video games. And I also like the smell of fresh cut grass, but that's beside the point. Yeah, I'll give this a shot. Who knows, this could be better than that time I met Vladimir Putin. Yeah, that was a great day. So for those of you that don't know, I really like Family Guy. I would say love, but the later seasons just aren't that good. Not like no one's ever said that before, but that doesn't mean I dislike the show. The earlier seasons were hysterically funny, with some of the best writing, timing, and references I've ever seen in a TV show. And even though I did just say it wasn't as good, the newer stuff is still quite entertaining. So when I heard that a Family Guy video game was coming out based off one of my favorite all-time episodes, Road to the Multiverse, I got pretty excited, but completely lost interest because a small little first-person shooter came out that no one really heard about, but I got sucked up into it. Halo 4. Excuse me. So now that's finally come out, let's take a look at Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. The game starts off with a good old familiar theme song that we all know and love. And hey, you know, you can skip it if you really want. Okay, game, thanks, we know, we can skip the intro. You can put that away now. Or just leave it there. After the theme song, the game starts off at the Griffin house, where we see Brian Stewie looking a little, stiff.
Look, something came up. I'm not going to be able to do the picnic today.
Oh, was that today? Oh, yeah. Oh, no way I can make that either. I'm canceling too, man. Wow, good memory though. I totally blanked on that.
This animation is so choppy and wooden. There's no subtle movements at all. It's like they're all doing the robot. But bad. Like that joke. So literally after one joke, Bertram shows up to get the plot rolling.
I killed you! You only killed me in this universe, you fool! I'm traveling the multiverse, building up an army to exact my revenge on you. When I return, I'm going to destroy your universe completely!
Well, that was blunt. Bertram, you know that you're supposed to tie your enemy to a chair that's going towards a slow-moving, easily escapable death machine before you tell them your plan, right? You ever seen a James Bond movie? So Brian and Stewie jump dimensions to chase after Bertram in a universe where everyone's in a fraternity.
Okay.
And you'd probably think from how this game looks it'd be like a platformer or a collectathon or something. Nope! Third-person shooter. Yay! Well, let's get rolling. Sweet Nelson, this is floaty! Stewie handles like a three-wheeled shopping cart with a fat hobo in it. Sluggish and drifting all over the place while smelling like stale potatoes and what I sure to God hope is whiskey. Anyways, we're tasked with a bunch of random simple crap that anyone could easily do, but since this is the tutorial level, it's up to us. Shoot some balloons, get back some naked pictures, steal beer, frame innocent kids for arson, and murder half the campus.
I'm blaming everything on you.
So after you help Mort get his lame party just a little bit less lame, you head off after Bertram to the Amish universe. What? Anyways, I should probably mention that you can also play as Brian, which I would highly recommend doing. Brian and Stewie have completely different arsenals. Stewie has lasers, ray guns, and the like, where Brian has more traditional firearms like a pistol and shotgun. And really, once you get it, there's almost no reason to not use Brian's shotgun. It's so overpowered, and it feels like one of the only weapons that's really effective. Brian's sniper rifle is pretty much the only other good gun in the game, and even then it's not that great. I never found myself using or even wanting to use any other guns. Stewie's are all pretty much crap. You'd think a triple fire rocket launcher would be better than a shotgun. Speaking of the rocket launcher, the description of the weapon is blow shit up. But the word shit is censored. Okay game, you're M-rated and based off Family Guy, which says stuff like this.
God damn it! Come on! Come on! Shit! Come on, Glenn!
And this.
Fuck you!
and this.
Yeah! In your fucking face, fuckwad!
But you won't say shit in your own game?
Alright, let's everybody just calm the fuck down.
The gameplay is boring and repetitive as hell. Shoot some guys, move on. Shoot some more guys, move on. Do some really basic platforming, then shoot some more guys and move on. There are quite a few diverse looking enemies in the game, but a lot of them just behave like other enemies. All the AI is pretty shitty too. Enemies are just gonna follow that old fateful war tactic of standing there and taking your punishment until they die. The in-game physics are really bad and pretty much non-existent. There are no ragdoll bodies or variation in death animation. They all just fall over, and grenades feel like gravity doesn't even affect them at all. But the game does have amazingly good cup physics. There's also a local multiplayer mode that I wanted to try out, but I couldn't because none of my friends even wanted to touch this game. Their reaction was pretty much this.
No, no, no!
The actual shooting is really dodgy too, and I think the developers knew this because there's a very gracious auto-aim feature. But it's a little too gracious, like a party host that keeps giving you tiny wieners on sticks, even though you already filled up on the queso dip and burgers, but she insists and you feel obligated to because she spent all morning on those, and you ended up pooping like a banshee for 2 days because of all the meat and cheese you ate! I think I went a little off topic there. The auto-aim will latch onto a random enemy whenever you enter your targeting mode, and you can't free aim without having to wait a little bit for your reticle to become unstuck from your target. It won't even bother aiming for the closest or most immediate threat. Oh, you need to shoot this kamikaze elf running at you or else you'll explode? Here, shoot this random guy over here minding his own business. I'm sure he's done something wrong. He must pay for his sins against the All-Father. Anyways, back to the plot. After you beat the giant Amish robot, just go with it, you go to the Cripple universe, which could have been way more offensive than it turned out to be. Then the Evil universe. While you're there, you have to fight evil Adam West, and after you beat him, he makes you go assassinate Mayor McCheese. So basically you have to go and reenact the JFK assassination. So that's a thing. But wait a sec, we never left the Evil universe. At the end of every level, Brian and Stewie teleport off to the next universe. But here it just fades to black and the next level starts up and evil Adam West is still there with him. So Mayor McCheese is a good guy in the Evil universe? But wait, there was a shot earlier of the evil monkey and he was doing good things. Because he's evil in the regular universe and here evil's good and good's evil apparently. But that would make Mayor McCheese evil in the regular universe. But there was also a thing in one of the episodes where it turns out the evil monkey wasn't evil, he was just misunderstood. So, does that mean Mayor McCheese is evil? Is he misunderstood? Are we just reenacting something for the sake of a joke that happened in World of Multiverse? This is more confusing than that time I forgot what a good movie was. And those are all wonderful, glorious, completely true reasons why my film of the generation is Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Followed only by X-Men 3.
You're dumb.
Let's talk about the look of the game, shall we? It don't look too good, Well, let me clarify that. It looks good in still images. The cel-shaded look does emulate the style of the TV show very well, but it doesn't look good in 3D. It just looks odd and ugly. Especially Brian. His nose makes him incredibly awkward to look at, since you can never really see his whole face. One eye is always slightly covered and he just looks kind of pissed all the time. But he is Brian, so maybe he just is kind of pissed all the time. Effects like explosions and fire are downright bad, and the environments are just dull and bland. The voice acting is great. Typical fare of what you expect from a Family Guy video game, seeing as the whole TV cast are pricing their roles for the game so things will sound more familiar. Perhaps a little bit too familiar. Some of the quotes in the game are directly taken from the show, and I don't mean just the same lines or even the same delivery.
When you poop in your dreams, you poop for real. When you poop in your dreams, you poop for real.
The exact same sound file. How fucking lazy can you be? Can't you just write a few new jokes for your game? I mean, the jokes you've already written for it are reused enough.
Oh, a fight! My allergies are acting up for some reason. Oh, a fight! My allergies are acting up for some reason. Oh, a fight! My allergies are acting up for some reason.
And some of these old lines are very noticeably lower quality. It's just one of the laziest things I've ever seen in a video game.
Victory is mine!
Okay, I've got it.
So Brian and Stewie continue on their journey after Bertram and end up going to Pirate Universe, Santa's Workshop Universe, which is pretty much just how it was in the show, so whatever. An Evil Chicken Universe spoofing the movie Aliens, and after a giant chicken fight, you get another giant chicken fight. And then you go back home for the final encounter with Bertram in what is one of the most infuriating and boring boss battles I've ever played. Bertram is riding a T-Rex with lasers, Cool. And he will kill you almost instantly whenever you're too close. I ended up hiding behind a little building on top of a parking garage until I could shoot him down, which took forever! Then he's pretty much just the same bullshit in a cul-de-sac, and then you shoot cars out of the T-Rex's mouth. We then get a 1-minute cutscene, and the game's over. Yep. It's over as quickly as began. And trust me, it was damn quick. It's only 4 hours long. 4 hours! So I've bitched and moaned about this game long enough. Is there any reason to play it? Not really. It's repetitive, the controls are floaty, the graphics are low grade and bland, it's repetitive, the jokes are bad and overused, it's repetitive, it's shorter than a Ramones song, it leaves no lasting impact, it's repetitive, and it really feels like an insult to the hardcore Family Guy fans. This game was written by the Family Guy writers, and it feels like a slap to the face that they wouldn't put the same amount of effort working on their show as they do on their video game. The writing really could have saved this game. Everything could still be as bad and buggy as it is, but if the writing was as sharp and the jokes were as funny as the show, this game could have been salvaged.
Well, come on. I'm dreaming of a red Christmas. Okay, you only get one gun cock per line, okay? And the lines should really be better than that.
But as it stands, it's got nothing going for it. This game is an uninspired, unfunny trek through boring worlds with bad jokes, repetitive and shitty gameplay, and it makes me feel bad for being a Family Guy fan. I'm really glad I only rented this game. It's not worth my money or time, which the writers seem to realize in the last cutscene.
Couldn't other Bertrams just keep coming back from different universes?
Well, I mean, they could, but I think we'll just have to wait and see how much money this makes.
Ah, so we may not be hearing from Bertram again.
And I, for one, hope we never hear from Bertram again. Man. I haven't been this disappointed with a game since Grand Theft Auto Indiana.
This game sucks. There's nothing but soybeans. I think I see a hooker over there. Nope, that's corn.
The game starts off with that good old familiar theme song that we all know and love. And I have a text message.